Hey everyone, yes, it has been a while and I have been away for a while, but I decided it is definitely time to finish this series on how to make a wig on a sewing machine. Since I have been gone, I have launched my business. I have rebranded my business. And I have just taken a complete different direction than I originally was with my business. So we are now Sacred Tresses instead of Delmarva Sacred Tresses. So we just plain old Sacred Tresses, make it easy. And I have definitely had fun making some wigs. I have made quite a few. There's one that is sitting curing right now. I have learned a lot along the way, but I wanted to finish out this series for you guys. And I know at some point I will redo it, or I will show you guys some new tips and tricks that I have learned along the way, because I have changed so many things, and not really a lot, just really small things that I have changed since making quite a few wigs. This here, I did not make her, but she is gorgeous, so I thought she should be in the video today. This is Rita. This is Queen Rita. Say hi, Queen Rita. Oh, you don't want to speak? It's okay. You gorgeous anyway. So stay tuned and make sure you watch the rest of this video, and make sure you are on the lookout for those notifications for the rest of this series and many more to come. So my frontal is complete. Well, at least it's attached. I still have to customize. Still needs knots bleached. And all that good stuff. So I'm just going to straighten this back up so we can start making our guidelines. So we're going to go back to our measuring tape and stick that measuring tape. I'm just going to double check myself just to see if anything moved. Nope. So I'm just going to put that back. Yes, I could put my hash marks on my mannequin head. I just haven't. So I have 3 bundles and a frontal. I am going to double each bundle. So I am going to go 3/4 of an inch. To fit these bundles in, because I do want all 3 bundles. And as you can see, it's not a whole lot of space left on this cap once I put the frontal on. So because this is a 13 by 4, so yeah, we came back 4 inches already on the cap. And then we also came back on the sides, which usually on a closure, I would be sewing wefts on the sides. So I pin that down there, and I usually pin it up here if I feel like I don't want it to slide. I'll pin it there as well. So I have the metallic Sharpie. I'm going to try and find something a little better, because sometimes these act a little funky. And actually, since it's 3 wefts, I'm going to do 1/2 inch marks. Thing is, with what I like about 1/2 inch marks is I can skip, or, you know, if I like to, while I'm sewing, I find, hey, I'm getting a little close to the top and I need some space, I can always skip lines or move slightly in between. That one is not working for me. Let me grab another one. That's what I mean about these markers. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I don't know why. Alright, that one's working for me. So I first notch at every 1/2 inch. we go. So I don't know if you guys can see my notch marks, but we will then start to move that out the way. I usually just pin it to the front, and we will start to make our guidelines. So this first one, we're just going to go straight across. This is where the second one is. You may not be able to see it. I usually just kind of turn the mannequin so I stay straight and don't move my hand. I found that has worked to keep me straight. So see, I didn't keep my hand, but it's fine. These are really just guides. So this is pretty good because it matches the ends on each side. So I'm just going to finish this up really quick in the middles and then go from side to side. You can see the guidelines. I did the middle and go from side to side. Because it's a frontal, I can go side to side and it not really matter if I'm going, you know, straight to the frontal. I'll change that in a minute. And honestly, looking at the lines, what's probably going to happen is I am going to go 1/2 inch for the first bundle, and then probably a full inch for the second 2 bundles, but we shall see. But that's why I like to make them a 1/2 inch, because I can adjust easier and kind of guesstimate, you know, 1/4, 3/4 of an inch, or go 1 full inch by just skipping a line. That's just how I like to do things. So I'm going to go about 1 more up. Alright, now what we're about to do is move these a little differently and go back and forth. And I'll show you guys if you can't see it. You don't want too many lines up here at the top, because you also don't want it to get really bulky. You always want to do 1 weft right up against the frontal, just to kind of seal it off better. So as you can see, we went this way for most of our lines, back and forth this way. Once we get to the top, we start to go this way. And then we'll meet right up to the frontal. So that is how we prep before we get to the sewing machine. My next step will be to double my wefts because I want to make sure I can fit all of this hair on this cap, especially with this frontal. So I will be doubling 2 of 3 of my wefts. I will not double the 3rd one until I get to the end and see how much space I have left, to see if I want to double it or if I want to single weft at the top. I typically double weft if I have enough space. If I don't, I will single weft. The upside with doubling your weft on the sewing machine is that it's a lot flatter and it's not a bulky weft on top of weft. So it's okay to double weft when you're using the sewing machine, because I have not seen it be very bulky. And because this is wavy hair, it doesn't have to be super flat either, because the hair is going to be a little bulkier as well. So next we are going to go ahead and double our wefts on the sewing machine. So guys, thanks so much for joining me today. Let's see. Make sure you like and subscribe and you hit that notification bell. That way you know when I finally post another video trying to finish out this series for you all, and maybe start a new series. Or maybe show you some of the things that I have worked on in this very, very long time that I have been away. Because I have revamped my Diva Den, which is of course where I'm shooting, where I do all of my creating, where I store my life. But just make sure you join the family. That way you know and you can see what's going on in my life. See you next time.